In this video, I'm going to be advertising 5 Pokemon Brick Bronze games that you can play in 2024. Now, do keep in mind, there are more than 5 Pokemon Brick Bronze games available. I'm just linking the ones that I know of. However, if you want to advertise any other games, go ahead and post that in the comment section below. And do keep in mind, I'm going to be linking these games in the description below. So I'm going to post the Discord server link, which you probably want to join, and the game link too. Now, in the case that one of the game links goes down, I recommend you just join the Discord server. You probably should do it even if you're just going through the game link directly, but the Discord server will give you constant access to the game whenever it goes down, as well as community updates and other important things you probably want to know. So make sure you join that. And I will basically be listing the pros and cons of each game. I'm going to try and stay as objective as possible here, just to give you guys the best possible advertisement. So to get started, we have Rorian Legacy, which is probably the #1 game I would recommend joining right now, and that is purely because they have probably the best bypass in the scene. And earlier I would have said Project Hybrid, however, there are some circumstances that I believe have changed that and given Rorian Legacy the title. But just keep in mind, it has an excellent bypass, as well as RTD built into adventure mode, so you can actually trade and battle without having to actually go to the RTD because it's already built in. So that way you can basically battle and trade once you get past the first gym, or maybe earlier. I'm not sure how that works, but that's really useful. And you get access to a lot of other things, like all the TMs in the game already pre-installed in your inventory, as well as all the Z moves. And you can actually Mega Evolve if you get access to Mega Stones before the 4th gym. However, I don't think that's really going to be too useful for other players, but for content creators, that is a benefit, so you don't actually have to grind through the game. I mean, it has all the typical features of an advanced PvP, like move tutors, it has working shinies, it has Dynamax, it has Megas, available Z moves, like I said earlier. So I mean, Dynamax, some people can consider it a con. I don't really like Dynamax, but it's there if you like it. Now, I will say the cons of Rorian Legacy is that the game is a bit buggy. It was a lot buggier before, especially the PvP scene, because you could hit like ground types with electric type moves earlier. Now they fixed a lot of those problems. I'm not really sure what state the game is in right now, but I also know Dynamax was a bit buggy. So, you know, it does have that downside. It really is just a game that works. It isn't the most pretty, like, it's not the most attractive, but it does the job. It'll get you Pokemon Brick Bronze, and if that's what you want and prioritize, I definitely recommend you join Rorian Legacy. Now, the next game I'm going to advertise is Project Space Unbound. Now, in terms of pros, they have access to Gen 9. Now, Rorian Legacy does have Miraidon and Koraidon. However, they're not really, you know, as clean. I don't think they have other Gen 9 Pokemon, but Space Unbound will offer you Gen 9 from what I heard. Or it might also just be Miraidon, Koraidon. I'm not fully sure how that works. But they have working shiny sprites. They're very well made. They have a good dev team. I remember requesting earlier for a move command, and Oftopia, one of the founders of the game, made that happen, so he knows what he's doing in other terms. And they also have Aspirates, which is a known name. They have a pretty good sized player base, typical bells and whistles of advanced titles, similar to Rorian Legacy. Like, they have all the move tutors, they have move animations. And one difference though with Space Unbound and Rorian Legacy is that Space Unbound doesn't have Dynamax from what I know of, and in my personal opinion, that's a good thing, because I actually prefer being able to battle with, like, you know, just Z moves and Mega Stones. I think having 3 mechanics makes it a bit too chaotic, but you know, to each their own. If that's something you prioritize, Space Unbound might not be the game for you, but for me, I like that a lot, so it's pretty good. Now, they have probably the best graphics of any Pokemon Brick Bronze game. That might not be a priority for other people, but for someone like me, I really enjoy that. So, you know, that's that. And you know, it just has great capabilities. I'm sure that it's gonna have a bright future. Now, the cons, which are actually pretty bad, is that the bypass and upload rate is relatively slow compared to games like Rorian Legacy. Like, you know, the game has been gone for a while recently, and it actually just came back up today. Now, before they were uploading like pretty consistently, but you know, they really still haven't found an effective RTD. Now, I'm sure they probably will in the future, but they haven't done that just yet. So in terms of consistency, Rorian Legacy has the upper hand. However, you know, this game does have good potential. It's like the opposite situation of Rorian Legacy. It's not as consistent, however, it looks really good. I mean, you can the background footage is of Rorian Legacy, but you know, Space Unbound has really nice graphics, so you can definitely keep that in consideration. So next up, we have Bronze Reborn, and I will say, if you're looking for a massive community, this is definitely one of them. It's I've seen this game go between 500 and 1,000 players. It's ran by a guy named Kid Ash, who is a known name. He's very experienced. So if you want a big title to join, this is a good option. I'll probably post some of the new, like, you know, work that they're doing, because you know, they're pretty advanced titles, so they're doing some pretty cool things. Now, in terms of the RTD, I'm not sure how that actually works, although I heard that the situation is still being figured out. So I think they tried to put it back up, but it went down pretty quickly, so they haven't really fully sorted that out. But you know, that's in the works. So if that's what you're looking into, if you're interested in a bigger title, Bronze Reborn is one of the biggest like names out there right now. Bronze Studios is the second really big title I'm gonna advertise in this video, and similar to Bronze Reborn, they have a really big community and an experienced dev team. Like, the current founders of the game have been in the scene for a long time. They know what they're doing, and that's also partly why they have such a big player base. Now, the data from Project or Pokemon Odyssey, I forgot what it's called, that got transferred to Bronze Studios, and today actually they uploaded fully with the RTD and purchases. So if you're looking into those types of things, that is available in Bronze Studios. Now, the last game I'm going to talk about is Project Hybrid. Now, this would have been a lot higher up on my recommendation list. However, there is this one fatal downside that has brought it down. So back in the day, one of the pros was that it had the best bypass in the scene, and that was undisputed, because the game was up for like a really long time. Like, it survived the Pokemon Big Bronze destruction that happened with Roblox's new moderation. So you know, if you wanted a consistent game, this would have been one of the good options. However, recently the game went down, and I think they're trying to work on a new bypass. I'm not entirely sure what the situation is, because the truth is I haven't been playing this game, so I'm not sure what's happening. That's why I haven't recommended it fully. But I do know I used to have one of the best bypasses in the scene. If that's important to you, you could keep it in consideration, maybe as a backup option. Now, it was a similar situation to Rorian Legacy. They didn't have an RTD, so they weren't nearly as advanced. However, they did have a consistent game, so I wouldn't fully recommend it because it's been down. I'm not sure when it's coming back up, but you know, I felt like I should just bring it up because it was one of the games beforehand. So I'm not sure when they're gonna figure out their game, but they might do it soon, so you can keep that in mind. So anyways, that right there is gonna wrap up this video. Those are 5 games that I found. Like I said, if the games go down, join the Discord server and they'll probably get re-uploaded. If not, I recommend you transfer it to a different title if a game gets discontinued. So thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.